What if I told you there's a book so mysterious, so revealing, that it was not only excluded from the Bible, but deliberately hidden from humanity for centuries? Why would anyone go to such lengths to suppress its knowledge? Was it dangerous, or was it divine? The Book of Enoch is not just an ancient manuscript. It's a doorway to a world of celestial secrets and forbidden knowledge. A text so profound, its very existence challenges everything we know about the spiritual and physical realms. But why was it banned? To find the answer, we must go back in time, thousands of years ago, to an era when the boundaries between heaven and earth were blurred and divine beings walked among men. This was a time when humanity's fate was forever altered by the actions of celestial entities called the Watchers. But before we fully dive in, if this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and share this video to help spread the hidden truths of Scripture to others. Now let's get started. The Book of Enoch is attributed to Enoch, the seventh generation from Adam, a man described as so pure and righteous that he walked with God. According to the Scriptures, Enoch was one of the few who never tasted death. Instead, he was taken into the heavens, a mortal allowed to glimpse the divine. But Enoch didn't just walk with God. He bore witness to secrets that were never meant for human eyes. Enoch's writings tell of a time before the Great Flood, a time when the earth was under the watchful eyes of celestial beings known as the Watchers. The Watchers were sent by God to guide and observe humanity. But instead of remaining impartial, they fell prey to a temptation that would change the course of history forever. The Book of Enoch describes how the Watchers looked upon the daughters of men and were captivated by their beauty. Overcome with forbidden desire, they descended from their heavenly posts, breaking their sacred oath to remain pure. This unholy union gave birth to the Nephilim, a race of giants described as mighty, fearsome, and utterly destructive. The Nephilim were more than just physical anomalies. They were the embodiment of corruption. Their very existence disrupted the balance of creation. They consumed the resources of the earth, leading to famine, war, and despair. But the chaos didn't stop there. The Watchers began to teach humanity secrets that were meant to remain hidden. They revealed the art of weapon making, turning man's hands into tools of war. They taught astrology, unlocking the mysteries of the stars, but also introducing dark practices of divination and sorcery. The knowledge given by the Watchers may have advanced humanity, but it also sowed the seeds of destruction. Greed, violence, and unchecked ambition spread like wildfire, turning the earth into a battlefield. As the cries of the oppressed rose to the heavens, God saw the devastation wrought by the Watchers and their offspring. The harmony of creation had been shattered, and there was only one solution: a cleansing. God decreed the Great Flood, a cataclysm that would wash away the corruption and restore balance to the earth. But before this divine judgment could unfold, one man was chosen to record the sins of the Watchers and the fate of humanity. Enoch was taken into the heavens, where he witnessed the judgment of the Watchers. Their rebellion had not gone unnoticed. They were cast into a place of eternal torment, bound until the final day of reckoning. But Enoch's mission wasn't just to document the fall of the Watchers. He was shown visions of future events, prophecies of a Messiah, the final judgment, and the ultimate restoration of creation. For centuries, the Book of Enoch was revered. It was quoted by early church fathers, referenced in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and even alluded to in the Bible itself. The Apostle Jude, in his epistle, directly quotes Enoch's prophecy of the coming judgment. But as the Christian faith began to take shape, something strange happened. The early leaders of the faith began to question the Book of Enoch. Some saw it as too apocalyptic, too mystical. Others feared its contents might challenge the growing doctrines of the church. And so, a decision was made, one that would shape the spiritual landscape for generations. The Book of Enoch was declared non-canonical, removed from the official scriptures. It was labeled heretical, dangerous, and too controversial for the faithful. But why? Some argue it was because the book's vivid descriptions of celestial beings and apocalyptic visions were deemed too fantastical. Others suggest it revealed truths that certain leaders weren't ready for humanity to embrace. Whatever the reason, the Book of Enoch faded into obscurity, known only to a handful of scholars and mystics who dared to preserve its secrets. For centuries, the Book of Enoch remained hidden until the 18th century, when it was rediscovered in Ethiopia. Preserved in the Guizi language, the text reignited debates about its origins, its purpose, and its place in the spiritual narrative. But this rediscovery came with new questions. Why had this book survived in Ethiopia while vanishing from the rest of the world? Was it mere coincidence, or was it part of a divine plan? And most chillingly, what truths does the Book of Enoch hold that some would rather remain buried? The Book of Enoch is more than an ancient manuscript. It's a glimpse into the hidden realms of existence, a record of celestial rebellion, and a warning for humanity. But its mysteries are not easily uncovered. We are about to delve into the sins of the Watchers, the rise of the Nephilim, and the forbidden knowledge that reshaped humanity. But be warned, the truths we uncover may be more unsettling than you can imagine. What if the greatest downfall of humanity wasn't born from human hands, but from divine rebellion? What if forbidden knowledge, secrets never meant for mortals, was handed down to us by celestial beings who defied God Himself? We've uncovered the origins of the Book of Enoch and the Watchers, heavenly beings tasked with observing humanity. But their purpose was corrupted by their own desires. In their rebellion, they unleashed chaos upon the earth, a chaos that would forever alter the course of human history. The Book of Enoch reveals that 200 Watchers descended from heaven, led by a powerful figure named Semyaza. Though some hesitated, fearing divine judgment, Semyaza convinced them to unite in their rebellion. Together, they swore an oath, a pact binding them to their plan, regardless of the consequences. And what was their plan? To take human wives and indulge in their forbidden desires. From the unholy union of the Watchers and human women came the Nephilim, a race of giants unlike anything the world had ever seen. Described as mighty men of old, men of renown, the Nephilim were not just large in stature. They were voracious, destructive, and insatiable. They consumed everything in sight, leaving famine and devastation in their wake. But it wasn't just their size or hunger that terrified humanity. It was their nature. The Nephilim were violent, cruel, and utterly devoid of compassion. They turned on both man and beast, spreading destruction wherever they went. The Watchers didn't stop at defiling humanity through their unions. They introduced forbidden knowledge, secrets that God had never intended for mankind to possess. Azazel, one of the chief Watchers, taught humans the art of metalworking. He showed them how to fashion weapons of war, swords, shields, and armor. With these tools, humans began to fight one another, turning the earth into a battlefield. Semyaza, their leader, revealed the mysteries of sorcery and enchantments. Humans learned to manipulate nature, seeking power through divination and spells. Another watcher taught the knowledge of the stars, astrology, the ability to read the heavens for guidance. What was once a pure and divine act of understanding God's creation became corrupted into fortune-telling and idolatry. These revelations may have advanced humanity, but they also introduced greed, lust, and ambition. The line between man and the divine blurred, and with it came chaos. The Book of Enoch describes how the earth became corrupted beyond recognition. Violence spread like wildfire, and morality was all but forgotten. The Nephilim ruled over humanity, enslaving them, forcing them to build monuments in their honor. They demanded sacrifices, both animal and human, as acts of worship. But the most terrifying aspect of this era wasn't just the physical destruction. It was the spiritual corruption. Humanity, once created in God's image, now bore the stain of rebellion. And the Watchers? They watched in silence as their creation spiraled out of control. While the world descended into chaos, one man remained pure: Enoch. God chose Enoch as his messenger, the one to confront the Watchers and document their sins. Enoch was taken into the heavens, where he stood before God's throne and received visions of what was to come. God commanded Enoch to deliver a message to the Watchers, a message of judgment. Enoch's words were clear. The Watchers had defiled themselves, humanity, and the earth. Their actions had not gone unnoticed. God decreed that the Watchers would be bound and cast into darkness until the day of judgment. The Nephilim, their offspring, would be destroyed, wiped from the face of the earth by a great flood. But the Watchers begged for mercy. They pleaded with Enoch to intercede on their behalf. Enoch returned to the heavens with their requests, but God's judgment was final. The Watchers had crossed a line that could not be undone. The Book of Enoch describes how God prepared to cleanse the earth of its corruption. The Great Flood was not just a punishment. It was a reset, a chance to restore balance to creation. But even as the floodwaters rose, the legacy of the Watchers and the Nephilim would not be forgotten. Their sins, their knowledge, and their influence had left an indelible mark on humanity. After the flood, the Book of Enoch was preserved by a select few, passed down through generations. Its knowledge was too powerful, too dangerous to be widely known. But why? What was so threatening about this text that it had to be hidden from the masses? Some believe the Book of Enoch reveals the true nature of spiritual warfare, the battle between good and evil that continues to this day. Others suggest it holds the key to unlocking divine mysteries, secrets that humanity is not yet ready to comprehend. The sins of the Watchers were not just a story of rebellion. They were a warning of what happens when divine knowledge falls into the wrong hands. But the story doesn't end here. In the final part, we will uncover the hidden truths within the Book of Enoch, its mysterious prophecies, and why its message is more relevant today than ever before. What secrets lie within its pages that could challenge everything we believe? The answers may leave you questioning everything. We've uncovered the rebellion of the Watchers. We witnessed the consequences of their defiance, the chaos unleashed upon the earth. But the Book of Enoch doesn't stop there. Its pages contain cryptic prophecies, hidden wisdom, and revelations so profound they may have been deemed too dangerous for humanity to possess. The Book of Enoch goes beyond recounting the sins of the Watchers. It delves into cosmic mysteries, offering a glimpse into the workings of the heavens. Enoch is taken on a journey through the celestial realms, guided by angelic beings. He is shown the storehouses of snow and hail, the paths of the sun and moon, and the origins of the stars. But what makes these descriptions so astonishing is their eerie accuracy. Modern scientists have marveled at the astronomical insights within the Book of Enoch. For example, it describes the cycles of the sun and moon in ways that align with contemporary understanding of solar and lunar paths. How could a text written thousands of years ago contain such advanced knowledge? Could it be evidence that the Book of Enoch was inspired by divine revelation? Or did the Watchers, in their rebellion, pass on knowledge that humanity was never meant to possess? Perhaps the most compelling aspect of the Book of Enoch lies in its prophecies, visions of the future that seem to echo throughout history. One of the most striking prophecies is the coming of the Great Flood. Long before Noah built the ark, Enoch was warned about the cataclysm that would cleanse the earth of corruption. But the Book of Enoch doesn't stop at the flood. It speaks of a final judgment, a day when all of humanity will stand before the Creator. In this vision, the Watchers and their offspring are condemned to eternal torment, while the righteous are granted eternal life. What makes this prophecy so intriguing is its resonance with later biblical texts. The imagery of the final judgment in the Book of Enoch mirrors descriptions found in the New Testament, particularly in the Book of Revelation. Could the Book of Enoch have influenced these later writings? Or does it reveal a deeper, interconnected truth about God's plan for humanity? The Book of Enoch also contains one of the earliest references to the Son of Man, a messianic figure who will bring salvation and judgment. Enoch describes this figure as the one who will sit on the throne of glory, judge the nations, and establish an everlasting kingdom. What's remarkable is how closely this description aligns with the portrayal of Jesus in the New Testament. Could this be evidence that the Book of Enoch was a precursor to the messianic prophecies fulfilled in Jesus? Or does it suggest that the book was suppressed to keep its insights hidden from the early church? For centuries, the Book of Enoch was revered by many, particularly among early Jewish and Christian communities. But something changed. By the 4th century, it had been excluded from the biblical canon, banned by influential leaders of the church. Why? Some argue that its detailed accounts of the Watchers and their rebellion were deemed too controversial, too dangerous to include in the sacred scriptures. Others suggest that its descriptions of cosmic mysteries and divine judgment challenge the authority of the church, raising questions that leaders weren't ready to answer. Whatever the reason, the Book of Enoch disappeared from mainstream religious teachings. But it wasn't lost forever. In 1947, the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea. Among them were fragments of the Book of Enoch, preserved for thousands of years. This rediscovery reignited interest in the book, sparking debates among theologians, historians, and scientists. Why had this ancient text been hidden for so long? And what secrets might it hold for our modern world? Today, the Book of Enoch continues to fascinate and perplex. Some view it as a valuable historical document, offering insights into the beliefs and struggles of ancient societies. Others see it as a spiritual guide, revealing truths about the unseen realms and the battle between good and evil. But there are those who believe the Book of Enoch holds more than just historical or spiritual significance. They argue that its warnings about corruption, forbidden knowledge, and divine judgment are more relevant now than ever before. Could it be that the Book of Enoch is not just a relic of the past, but a prophetic roadmap for the future? The Book of Enoch is more than just a story of rebellion and judgment. It is a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest questions about our origins, our purpose, and our destiny. But what if unlocking its secrets comes at a cost? What if forbidden knowledge was forbidden for a reason? The answers lie within its pages, waiting to be discovered. But beware, for those who seek the truth, the journey doesn't end here. What lies beyond may challenge everything you thought you knew. Will you dare to look deeper? If this exploration of the Book of Enoch has sparked your curiosity, don't stop here. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next chapter of these mind-blowing stories. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the forbidden knowledge hidden in the Book of Enoch? Drop your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comments below. Let's uncover the mysteries together.